Hey, what's up? It's Cecily, and today is Monday. And tonight we're talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Last night's episode was Love Lagoon, the Love Lagoon, and it was an actual fun episode for me. I know that I've been saying every week, I hate this episode. I hate this episode. I hate this scene. I was like, maybe I should like call it like what I hate about Potomac, but alas, I have found an episode that has made me smile. The scene opens up with Mia having a play date with her children. It's adorable. I wonder, like, did Mia grow up like this? Like, she's so really patient with her children. And I love that for them because the kids seem to be very loved and well mannered. And I'm sure she's very proud of her children. She's such a wild one, you know what I mean? And we know that there's some trauma and a lot of things going on there. So it's just kind of like, it's interesting to see her in mommy mode. Um, the full bodysuit though was like, girl. Here's the thing, when I'm scared, I don't also want to be in a bodysuit because I might forget to hold in my stomach, or like I might have an ungraceful moment, if that's a word, and here I am in cat suit. So I would have worn something a little bit more with a little bit more coverage, but that's Mia. Mia's the girl who's gonna show up in a bodysuit, and God bless her, right? God bless her. Moving on, this is where the fun began for me. You've got Stacey meeting up with Gizelle and Karen. And of course, they're going to get on her about the multiple penises, but we'll get into that in a second. But the first thing, this is the announcement of the Love Lagoon, the love party. And I remember the love party. I was like, I didn't realize this was actually a thing. Is it a thing on the show? Like I do remember the last one, but it these parties tend to coincide with other people's relationship problems, and I think that's what we're dealing with right now, obviously. So they get on Stacey about her lack of interaction with strange penises because she's been linked with her ex for so long, and this thing with TJ is brand new and strange to them. The thing I like about this scene is that Karen and Gizelle are teaming up in a very playful, fun way. Karen seems very relaxed. I wonder how long this was after the court appearance, but she wasn't on edge. She was playing into the fun. She was having just as much fun with the whole idea as Gizelle. And here's two key moments that I wrote over here. So I noticed at the top of the scene that Stacey was like, this is a sisterhood. And, Karen told me that Gizelle is this type of person. And underneath that rough exterior is a really nice girl. And I'm going to make her my bestie. And so I was like, that's a peculiar declaration. Like, you want to make the hardest one your bestie. But now that I think about it, when she carried that whole story to Gizelle on the bus about TJ, I was like, she's been working on this like plan to get closer to Gizelle. Politically, it's a good move. And I think also Giselle's fun. And, if you want to pair up with somebody, you want to get with somebody that's strong. So I see it. So now that I've saw her say that part, now I'm like laser focused, locked in. And we'll talk about a few other moments that I noticed because of this whole decision on alliance. So I think that's all the other thing that they touched on, which we'll do a callback to at the very end, is that TJ in LA. What does TJ do when he's in LA? Well, girl, he's in there. He's auditioning. And what else? And it's funny because Stacey's like, I don't know what else. Like, I've never thought about it. Like, I've never actually wondered. And I'm thinking, the freedom that you must have in life. If you're not worried about your attractive boyfriend coming here to where I live, there's only so much time that you can audition for one, and it's been dry for most of us. Okay, most of us. Like I haven't been on audition in a minute. Okay, and I'm thinking you're getting in-person auditions because most of the auditions that I get and most of my friends are self tapes. So what is he doing? I'm just curious. Who's his agent? Anyway, no shade, all the shade. But I'm just trying to figure out like what is he doing that we're not doing. But one thing that LA has is a lot of fun. A lot of fun, a lot of amazing nightlife, a lot of things to get into. If you've got some friends here, it can be nonstop. So, Stacey, you should be checking in on him and seeing what he's doing. Especially since you're on the East Coast. You can just check in and see where he's at from time to time. But moving on, you can see here the looks on their faces like, okay, moving on to this scene right here, the boutique scene where Wendy gathers the girls so that she can announce that they're going on a girls trip to Panama. I want to know how these girls trips work. Like obviously the production pays for it, right? Um Panama? Like why? I'm just curious. Like why was Panama the move? Eyeliner's running a little bit. That's what happens when you have these kind of eyelids. Anyway, I'm just like, of all the places, and Kiana cracked me up because she was like, I like to go to play. No, what she say? She said, I like to go to big Europe cities where I can have caviar, champagne, like in Italy. Like, girl, Italy's a country. So I was like, we found that one in the group. You know how they always try to find like the airhead? I hate that I said that out loud. But they always try to find that one. And she gave me early Portia vibes, like Portia from Atlanta. Just some of those moments were like, girl, you sure you're not blonde underneath all that? By the way, style impeccable. I told you guys in the past couple episodes, I was like, I don't see room for Kiana. Kiana. I was like, I don't see room for her. I felt like she's just not fitting well. I'm starting to change my tune because her and her guy, I think, did I skip over that? Okay, no. We'll do that. We'll do that later. But her and her guy has changed my mind. So let's finish this thing. So the girls are all together. They've been told find some things to buy because we're going on this trip. Okay, fine. Producers are interesting. Y'all need to still hire some new people because I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. Are you gonna wear a thong? Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna wear a thong. If you wear a thong. Speaking of thongs, Stacey and Gizelle have an exchange about thongs. I don't know the last time me and my homegirl talked about thongs. Even in my most valley of girls, even my white homegirls, we're not. You gonna wear girl like so like Stacey's like you're gonna wear I'm gonna wear you're gonna if you wear I'm gonna wear it's just like what is this Sweet Valley High? Is it Sweet Valley High? If it is, then I want in because I love Sweet Valley High. Anyways, Jacqueline comes and she's leading with the shade, and that's why you don't get invited nowhere. She's like, it's been a long time since I seen all y'all. I haven't been invited to y'all's parties. And everybody's like, woo, whoa, wow, the mood, it has changed. The energy is off. Mia asked Karen if she can bring Jacqueline. Girl, no. No. Why would I bring that heifer to my home? She said it was her piece. Girl, are you crazy? See that thing that Mia and her friends they shade each other and then they all hang. We don't do that. We don't do that. Are you kidding me? You talk to me crazy, girl. You don't want to come over and you don't want to spend time with me. You have uninvited yourself to everything special. Are you crazy? You think I'm really gonna bring you into my house so you could talk shit on my property? Girl, bye. You're not even a cast member, girl. You a friend of a friend. And it's on shaky ground. You just got back into the club. What is you doing? Y'all playing this game so wrong. Y'all don't know how to play. Anyway, moving on to the Love Lagoon, child. Look, this is when Mia was like, well, I talked to her and I told her, and yeah, and she like, I don't even want to go. Yeah, you do. You was waiting to see. Look, I got it. I think I got it. You was waiting to see what she was gonna say. The first thing you said when you came in the door was, I don't get invited to y'all's events because you don't know how to act. Your energy is stink. That's why you don't get invited. Oh, you're not fun. So, Kiana. Cute hair. I'm not a hair to the booty duster girl. And listen, your girl's bad, just so you know. I got some things going on. And I think I would fight somebody though if I wore long hair and somebody was like, "She a stallion." I think I would fight somebody physically. I don't think that physically versus what? Virtually? I just don't want to be compared to a horse. I don't. Cause do you feel that way when you look at horses? So this is not something I would ever do. But I loved it. Like I like just it hit right above like the top of your behind. Like y'all, see, I wasn't raised like that. So I'm having a hard time. Maybe when I'm in my 50s or my 60s. But I just can't. But I know what you're doing when you do it, and I love it for y'all. She looked amazing. Her makeup, even in that small picture, look at her makeup. I love the dark eyebrows. I like the very dark mascara and thick eyeliner. She had her contour popping. I wonder if she was refreshed and we're seeing the results because when I say refresh, meaning just a touch up because her contour is looking very, very, very chiseled. But her outfit was cute. Like I liked her energy. I liked her like girly, playful. Like I mean, is it like a country or like a town? She didn't say that, but it was just like I was okay with her not knowing the answer. I was okay with that. I was okay with her coming in and saying, "What you want me? This which one should I bring?" Like I'm going today. Which one should I bring? I loved it. Who's the other guy sitting there? He seemed very much more excited than Greg. I think his name is Greg, the boyfriend. Who is he? Is that a brother? Is that her brother? Is that his brother? When she went to the next room, he was like, "Okay, let's go look." And this is Dora. Okay. So he was, yeah, I was just like, "Okay," like, and Greg kind of seemed a little reluctant. It's interesting that he pointed out, and he didn't have to, where they said that this whole the theme of this trip is liberation. Hello. Why did you tell your man that? That's why I think she's like a little aloof. Girl, it's called liberation. We are celebrating 3 divorces. Yo, new man is like, what is he supposed to say? Have a great time. I mean, this man is a psychiatrist or something in the mental health field. So it's kind of like the processing that happened on screen was like loud, like just like, and she goes, he's having a hard time with filming. No, he's actually thinking about the ways that your relationship might end because these shows have a habit of breaking people up because people change. And or people just don't want to go in the direction that the show leads you. I'm sorry. Anyway. Oh, as you can see, I enjoyed myself this time around. Dora is Stacey's aunt that's very young. It's her father's younger sister. And so she said when they grew up as sisters. I have a situation like that. My kids grew up with my sister and brother. And my dad still has a child in high school to this day. Yeah. So I totally could relate to this. And we grew up that way too, because people in the South just have a lot of kids. A lot of them did, and that's the kind of family we have. Anyway, long story short, I really enjoyed this scene because we have someone that really cares about Stacey, someone who understands Stacey's values, who gets her, who's giving her advice. I hope she takes this advice and not the advice of the ladies. The ladies just want to see it get rough and rugged, and they just want to drag this woman. I don't think they want to drag her for filth. I don't think they want to hurt her, but they're thinking in their way. For her, I don't think that they would follow their own advice. And this woman cares about her, and I just think that she felt comforted and really um content with her choice. Not content, but just happy with her overall choice, because it seems like they've been talking her out of it. And I just think to myself, like, are you really considering the stuff that they say? Like, girl, what's going on upstairs? Like, you don't seem to have a care in the world. Like, everyone else is more stressed out over things than you are, your own life, you know? But yeah, this is the moment they're talking. I love Stacey's makeup. And I'm not sure what's happening with the hair. It kind of feels like she's putting on falls, because there's not really anything. It seems like she's kind of like placing it on top, and then there's a little bit of something peeking out, like her baby hair. And she's so stunning. Like, you can get away with anything, but I want to see like a scalp, not like a part. I think she needs a part that we can see, because it feels like a topper, like a toupee-ish topper kind of thing. So I don't think she's quite got her glam yet 100%, but she's definitely camera ready. And again, if that's what all she wanted to give us, I don't think anybody would be mad. But the leveling up is happening before our eyes. And so when that happens, you start to look at everyone else who is resisted, and you're like, where are you getting these wigs? I'm just trying to understand. This girl right here, Gizelle goes on a date, is what I called it. And she is, look at that. First of all, the youth is in the love parts. She instantly looks 10 years younger. Look at this look. Comparing her here to some of her confessionals and other scenes, it's like, who is that? You know? It's obvious that Gizelle is allowing herself to age, and I love that for her, because she's beautiful no matter what age she is. I wonder if she will take a trip during one of these breaks, and we'll just see, because the 2024 was definitely the year of the new face, and I think that 2025 is going to be rampant with everyone getting everything touched, tightened, and so on and so forth. And we've seen Karen get hers, and Karen keeps looking better. She keeps looking better. I'm on the fence, because there's times where I'm like, ooh, like maybe a little something like that could be, like I hate that I think that way when I look at her sometimes, because I'm just like, I'm starting to see the age show through. But at the same time, it's like, what could we learn about ourselves if we allow some of our beauty icons? And I think that she has kind of an iconic look, and people will look back and say she was one of the more beautiful, or one of the beautiful, not more beautiful, but one of the beautiful ones, right, on the show. I think that seeing her allow herself age is comforting to a lot of women. I think that you don't have to be snatched in like a Barbie for the rest of your life. But I also feel like if she came back with a whole new snatchy, that I wouldn't be mad either. So anyway, looking at this scene, I was like, girl, you look perfect. Like, I'm not mad at what just the allure of a man can do for you. Like the smiles, the doe eyes. It was very cute. Very cute. She's always had a really good figure. She's never seemed out of shape or anything like that. One thing about that, she's not gonna be out of shape. That's not it. Like the snatching is always there, and they'll show multiple versions of her, and she's always snatched. This guy, is his name Nams. The whole, they snuck it in there where they said that she probably won't like him because he's too nice. The rapid fire questions, I thought, were to keep her safe from someone crazy. And in fact, it was to identify someone that was. And I'm like, your ex-husband was arrested several times and you were happy about that? Like, I don't want no roughneck. I don't want one. You can have mine. I don't want one. I don't need none of that stress. I don't. Going to jail, bailing you out, put money on your books, like, I don't, I don't need it. I want someone to be nice to me. I don't want to be. I don't want nobody to be mean to me for the rest of my life. I want you to be curt. I want you to be honest. I want you to be absolutely unwaveringly honest. Give it to me straight. Knock on my door and deliver it like the Amazon man. But don't you dare be mean to me. I can't handle it. I'm not going to do it. So I'm just wondering if that's a kink for her. Why are we doing this? And I get the pushover part because some guys can do pushover to a point where you're like, I don't like you like that no more. You know, you think about somebody that didn't call you back, but that's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. But they had a cute little moment and I thought it was fine. But now we're here at the Love Lagoon. And it did look eerily, eerily similar to Wendy's birthday party. So yeah, I felt that way. But also, 'tis the season. It's summertime, and this is a look. This is a look. And things come in trends and waves. While your birthday looked like that and this looked like that, there's 17 other things that look like that too. So you don't get to claim them all. But I wonder if Karen's gonna get you together for saying something about it, and she should, since you want to be slick mouthed. Anyway, the love party is so cute. It's so gorgeous. Of course, we got Ray up here. I'm torn because there's a part of me that's like thinks this is kind of cute because it's like, look at you hobble your behind over there and got nerve to sit there and smile. After because they're men have a some men have a fantasy about mermaids, and so it's almost kind of like childlike. I can imagine like my son and my grandson going over and being like, wow, she's the most beautiful thing on the planet. So I feel like there is a childlike curiosity of an aquatic woman that is half human, half fish, right? I mean, people have written stories about these creatures. However, Negro, if you don't get your hand off that woman, you can't do nothing to her anyway. We're going to have a problem. So, yeah, don't linger. Stick a move. So, Josh, Ashley, Nams, Gizelle, all right over together. I don't know why Gizelle didn't brief him. Yes, maybe she felt a little vulnerable. Like, I'm bringing you to a party that's a love party. That is kind of extra. I would think so too, especially if it's like week 1, week 2, like even week 4. It's like weird. But they're having this moment. Giselle got nerve to call. Why are you calling Karen old? She's not that much older than you. And my thing is like when older people call other people old and you're in young people's company, the young people just look at you like you're old too. Like, and being old is not, listen, being called old is not the insult you think it is, especially young women. I remember being young and older women telling me, the insults you throw at us of being older is not the insult you think it is. And it's men that have you believing that you are worthy or better because you're younger. And how that sort of ideology kind of traps you in a sense. Because at that point, the counter starts in your head. Oh, wait, this is the best I'll ever be. And you will internalize that thought process. The further you get away from that age, the age that you realize that you are, what, in my prime? I'm in my prime? Really, I'm in my prime? And now that you're away from it, internalizing their thought process, you tend to lose your self-esteem and think that there's some sort of truth to it. But it's all about living in a patriarchy, unfortunately. The programming is so deep that we really have to forcibly tell ourselves, no, I haven't lost my value just because I'm not freaking 12. Are you crazy? Meanwhile, you got breasts bigger than mine. Child, leave me alone. Anyway, arrivals to the party. And I like arrivals because I feel like when I see my friends, we have the same energy. We have a lot of fun together. And the party starts off with a game. And it's uncomfortable. Like the first 10 minutes of this game is like, what are we doing? And this isn't fun. That's what I said, it wasn't fun, because it was clearly the producers have produced the hell out of this segment. These questions were all designed to make everybody feel uncomfortable, the people that felt uncomfortable. And I'm like, where's the fun in this? We as the audience don't necessarily need to see that because we see it playing out. I want to see the fun. Like I remember like some of the most iconic moments of, Real Housewives of Atlanta would be when they were all together, like, having a pajama party or something before somebody got cursed out or beat up. Like that's what I want with this show. We don't have a lot of those moments. We have like ebb and flow on this show. We don't and I'm not counting the assault, because whoa, when Monique and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, like, where are our Giphy moments? Nowhere. Anyway, so they do this like game with their grand dame teenies, and they are asking crazy questions of each other. Questions like, has your partner cheated on you? Yeah. And it's funny because Wendy says this, I don't know if she was in her confessional, but she's like, what do you want her to say when asking Ray if he believed if Karen cheated? She was like, what do you want her to say, that I cheated on him in 1986? Like, Negro. 1986. And they all talking about how she messed with this dude Blue Eyes. Like, this dude Blue Eyes. And it's just like, she must have really messed with this dude. Y'all need to leave them alone. You never know what kind of arrangement they have. That man is a little bit older. At any rate, they address the cheating thing. It ropes its way around to Jazzy and her boo. She comes clean and she's like, yeah, I'm not stupid. I don't have proof, but I know you cheated on me. And I don't think that her man expected her to say that, which was wild. But Jazzy kind of came through in this scene. And when she got to the party, she brought something from her family's vineyard. Hello, hi, black owned vineyard. Why was this not a part of your intro? And if it was, shame on the editors for not bringing that out. This should have been a part of your introductory piece. All we know of you is that you met a man at a gas station and there were children, and then you're his girlfriend. There's no mention of the family vineyard. This is crucial information. Hello. We've got a black owned vineyard here. And we don't even have, she was not even able to zoom in on the label or promote it. Do you not understand that even just seeing these black folks, these types of black folks, be privy to wealth is something that is inspiring to black people? And you didn't show it at all? I'm sitting here billing her as a girlfriend of a football player because you gave me nothing else. And what's sad is that she may not be on this show next year because she didn't get enough opportunity to build out who she really is. I bet you if we knew that she was a part of a family winery, we would have paid more attention to her. I just don't believe that she just came up in there and was like, well, this is who I am. She brought that bottle, and you guys didn't even shoot the label. Like, nuts. It's nuts. I'd be so irritated if I was Jazzy. So Jazzy, I'm on your side, girl. I know that in the past I've said some things, but as you can see, my mind can change at any time. I'm very flexible. Listen, I will go with the mother effing flow. That is what will happen. Just so you know, I'm not cemented. I'm not locked in unless I tell you. So they do this whole thing about the cheating thing. Everyone goes around the circle, and TJ kind of has an interesting answer, because there's a moment where they're like, what are you doing in LA, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was saying, well, you guys, Ashley said, well, you guys are not together. So it can't be cheating. He was like, I think Wendy or Ashley. And he was like, that's correct. And I was like, dang, like you stay shading this girl. Like, what the hell? So I guess they are just best friends. Literally, the moniker that encompasses their relationship is friendship. Yeah. And so the only thing he's cuddling up with is his Bugs Bunny. And though nobody believes him at this point, everyone has decided that he has a girlfriend in LA. They're over it. So, but, when they, okay, so it's real easy to ask Mia, like, did you cheat? Of course she did. But Stacey killed me. I mean, stabbed me twice in my heart when she said, there is a witch's brew of infidelity, men, women, and cheating. It was like a Sodom and Gomorrah for her. She said a witch's brew of infidelity. Just so funny. Stacey is a fool. She said a witch's brew, child. It was nuts. So they were also talking about dominance in the bedroom. Oh my God. Like, so irritating for me, but it ends up pretty well. So what I gathered from it was everybody is like basically talking about like he's more dominant, I'm the dominatrix, like going around doing their mating ritual. I'm the man, she's the lady. They're doing all this stuff, and I love it. Ray was like, he said when they first got together that Karen was I'm making up my own words. He said that she was a barracuda. He didn't say that, but he said that she was very dominant, and he said I had to marry her, which was nice because all the guys are like, I'm the dominant one. Nah. And so Ray was like, listen, when I got with this one, she was a minx. She was a fox. You know what I'm saying? I had to have her. I had to lock her in. That's the kind of man I wanted. That kind of thing where it's like I didn't know what was going on, but I just knew I had to have her. He didn't have to throw his weight around. He wasn't the biggest nigga in the room. You know what I mean? Like even Eddie was on some like when I wanted to go to the corner, I'm like, what? What's happening right now? So all of this like testosterone and stuff getting thrown around somehow, some way, because at the end of the day, we all have like pheromones and everything emitting. I think in that cesspool or that witch's brew, whatever word you want to use, of testosterone, the TJ was like, well, when I do, that's what I do. That's not what he said, but he said it like that. He was like, I ain't no virgin. And when it's time, it's time. And so Stacey was like, nah, meow. And that is what I've been looking for this whole freaking time. Do the man thing so she can do that girl thing. And we have a proper mating ritual. Moving on to Gizelle asking a question about Karen asking about retiring that mouth. I don't ever want to. I just don't want to know these things. I don't want to know. I don't. I just can't imagine. Anyway, that's all I got. But Jacqueline's old ditzy, silly behind showing up with the glasses. Nobody wants you here, girl. Why you do this to yourself? Why do you play the flunky role? Like, stop being a flunky. Stop it. It does not look good on you. You don't have to do it. It's okay. Stop it. I prefer you, if you want to stand on business, stand 10 toes down and be somebody somewhere else showing up to crash the party to a person that told you they did not want you there. And I'm like, is that her dog? Because the way that they were like, is that your dog? They were so unnerved. Like, like it was a pit bull or something. I was so afraid. So this scene was so busy. We see a crew here. I mean, I work in production. I always like to point these things out. So you see that guy right there hiding in the foliage is camera operator number one. And then we have camera operator number two, a lady over here. Y'all, cheap, 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 cheap. It takes nothing to make these shows. You mean to tell me they were like, keep it in there? They were like, they ain't gonna notice. And y'all didn't. It was a fun episode. As you can see, I laughed all the way through it. Okay, I feel like things are looking up. Last thoughts on Mia and Ink. Good luck. Good luck. I choked on that one. Good luck. And the Gordon thing, just create separation just for peace. TJ and Stacey, I'm gonna start not saying stuff about their relationship because they want to be together. That's the key. They want it. So y'all shall have it. Gizelle and Nams, enjoy it while it lasts. Josh and Ashley, enjoy it while it lasts. Wendy and Eddie, oh, they gonna be good. They good. Thick as thieves. Jazzy and Darius, nice knowing you. But it's messed up how Bravo's doing you. And Kierna and Greg, potential. I see it. I see the potential. Got a little bit of because you gotta have a little something. Now this show is gonna break you up, just so you know. If you stay on the show, y'all not gonna stay together long. But it'll change your life. Door number one or door number two. At any rate, guys, have a great night. If you would like to see more of these, subscribe right now. And please, you got one more thing for me. Give me a thumbs up because I appreciate you rocking through this whole video. If you're still here, you might as well do yourself a favor and give us both a thumbs up. You and me. For putting up with this foolishness. Okay.